Welcome to the studio. Our guest today is Mr. Robert Green, otherwise known as Senor Verde, owner of Ritmo Ya. Welcome to the studio, Robert.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Of course, of course.
Let's get into it. Sir, where are you from?
Oh man, I am originally born in Minnesota, but I've traveled a lot. So I've traveled and moved to Virginia for part of the time, and then I moved here to Fort Wayne, Indiana during my college years.
Where did you attend college?
I went to college at actually down the street from the library. I went to college at Indiana Tech.
Wonderful. What did you study?
I studied web development and graphical design, and then I also with photography and videography.
Okay, why did you choose that field?
I actually was always really intrigued into the graphical arts and design,
Okay.
which something I just kept experiencing on, and that's something I learned years before in high school that I had a knack for after being in the Disney Streamer Academy with Steve Harvey.
Okay, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's wonderful. When did you become interested in dance? How did you become interested in dance?
Well, honestly, dance has really just always been a big part of my life. I've been dancing since I was 9.
9.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I just started to actually really get more in depth and intrigued with it. And later in my years in high school, it was something that we started to do more as more fun. It was a lot of hip hop and jazz and break dancing.
Okay.
But then moving into closer to once I moved back to Fort Wayne, Indiana, we got into doing more Latin styles. I also got intrigued with some of the ballroom and train dance styles too.
Really? Really? What's your favorite style?
Yeah. You know,
Is that like choosing a child, your
kinda,
favorite child?
It's kind of choosing your favorite child. And every time, over the years, I used to be really strong about salsa. That was what got me interested. So I
So you were first introduced to salsa.
first introduced to salsa, and then I got intrigued into learning other styles and being versed into my dancing. That was what salsa got me into it. But I learned more through when I was working with Arthur Murray dance studios for many years.
Really?
Yeah, so I got into things like waltz, tango, foxtrot, cha-cha, rumba, swing, merengue, country western two-step. You can kind of name it, anything. that's partner style.
Everything.
Yeah.
What do you love most about dance?
I absolutely love how much it can really transform people. I've actually really been able to see people go from, I've got 2 left feet, I can't do anything at all, and I'm always like, I got spare rights, no worries. And then there's others that feel like that's something that they can't experience or something that they can't do, and I love changing that narrative because it's nothing like seeing someone have something that they didn't really know they had the belief in to be able to do, actually experience that they actually do have that ability and they have that capability. It's like watching, it's like any teacher watching their child kind of grow into the person that they can evolve into. And it's kind of amazing.
So Arthur Murray, you were a dance instructor?
Yep.
Did you start out as a student and then become a dance instructor, or you always were a dance instructor?
Actually, I was taking classes actually at Indiana Tech. It was like one of Arthur Murray's special things that they were doing during some of the International Week, kind of close to now.
Okay.
And they decided to actually teach some salsa classes at the college.
Okay.
And I decided to take some of the class. It was something I always wanted to do, tried it out, and it turned from me trying out the class to being able to have the opportunity to be able to come into the studio and be an instructor. And I was like, wow, I can actually do a little bit more than just dancing, and it kind of just flourished from there. So it would turn into more, about 15 plus years of actually dancing with Arthur Murray.
That long? You're older than I think, sir. So you were with Arthur Murray, and then you founded Ritmo Ya?
Yes.
And tell us what Ritmo Ya means.
Ritmo Ya means ritmo, which is Spanish for rhythm, and then ya meaning now or within. So it's finding the rhythm within is what we were going for Ritmo Ya. So the idea is to be able to give more people the experience of recognizing that the rhythm is always with you. Everyone has that heartbeat, and everyone has the ability to be able to dance.
Okay, that's fantastic. Where are you located?
So we are kind of more of a traveling dance organization. So a lot of people.
What does that mean?
Meaning that we can actually do a social or an event, or we can do personal privates. We can do kind of pop-ups a little bit anywhere.
Pop-ups,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, so we've done it in that fashion so that no one ever feels like they need to go to a specific location.
Okay.
Ritmo Yacht can be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, or it can be in South Bend, Indiana. It can be in Indianapolis. It can be in Michigan.
Oh,
It can be
okay.
in Colorado. It can be in Miami.
Anywhere.
Yeah, but giving everyone a chance here. But Fort Wayne, of course, is our home. and-
Base.
yes.
Your base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How many dance instructors do you have?
So right now I am the main instructor.
Okay.
But we always bring in special guests for a lot of our events. So we do a
Okay.
lot of fun partnerships with other dance organizations around the area, like Son de Alma in South Bend does a lot of really fun events. We partner with them for a lot of things. Same thing for Midwest Motion Studio of Dance does a lot of hip hop style dances. We use their place as a fantastic venue for a lot of events that we do.
Okay.
And then we also partner with other companies around there. So we've done things with the Cub Room. We've done things with Crescendo Coffee and More. Are also right now doing things with Mercados on a landing. And we kind of continue to keep kind of connecting with other companies that are
Nice.
really excited to be able to build the dancing scene.
Lovely. So why do you think dance has taken off within the last, 25, 30 years? I mean, really taken off.
Yeah.
Do you think it's Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I would say Dancing with the Stars, generation of Dancing with the Stars has been a big jump to everyone getting
Yeah,
excited to be
yeah.
able to see what dance can be.
Yeah.
And being able to see it at its glorious form. So even Fort Wayne, we have our Dance with the Fort Wayne Stars, and I've been lucky enough to be one of the instructors
I
there.
didn't know that.
Yeah, many years. So it's always really fun. It's a great Thursday night that does a fundraising that helps out the Carriage House, which is
Okay.
always a beautiful event for that. And the biggest thing about with everyone getting a chance to see these other dances, they get to see it at its glorious form, get everyone kind of excited what it can be. But it's also a great way to be able to open the eyes into people that have never seen anything at all before, which I think that's always amazing with Dancing with the Stars. But I would also say like the biggest craze is honestly our social media.
Okay.
Our Instagram,
that makes sense.
Facebooks, our TikToks,
Yeah.
our trending dances that have been able to blend a lot of the cultures and a lot of different the demographics and ages
Yeah.
together. So they've been able to see, oh man, on a bigger stage, like for example, something that just recently happened was the Super Bowl, where Bad Bunny was doing his performance and Lady Gaga helped out as well, being able to see actual partner dancing on the big stage in the Super Bowl. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
wait, they're dancing salsa? Wait, you do that? Wait, that's pretty cool. That's actually what it looks like? Oh, yes.
And I can do that. Then
Yes.
that's the quantum leap. I can do that.
Correct.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. What does one need to know prior to becoming a dance student? What do they need to be prepared for?
The biggest thing I always say is come with an open mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With me, if you have any personal lessons or private lessons or group sessions, come with an open mind. Come to
Okay.
have fun.
Okay.
Come to experience, and then at the same time, be okay with not being Dancing with the Stars or extra great. Come for the experience, for the fun of it. So, and that's the part that I always try to push to teach all my my students, for the community. Even if I only have a spotlight teaching moment and it's 15, 20 minutes, that's what I want you to leave with. That, hey, this was fun. I can do it. I can experience this. Because that's the first part is having that courage to be able to jump and to be able to actually experience the benefits of dance.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter what style. I have mine. There's some that are my favorites and close to me, but it's always nice to be able to see everyone's like, oh man, that one connects to me, or oh, this
Yeah.
one, I really enjoy this. Oh, I didn't know that I can actually do this. I've been through the years of teaching multiple different students, people that are very physically adept. Those are athletic, but then also teaching those that just are trying to experience something for them for the first time and using dance as a rehabilitation.
Okay.
I've had students that have disabilities, and their doctors actually choose for them to prescribe them to come take dance lessons to actually
Wow.
be in a better state. And
Wow.
I've watched it change.
Psychologically, what it does for them
Yes.
psychologically.
Yes.
I didn't even think about the connection between the physical and the psychological.
Oh yes. You know, there's a lot of students that I have that I tell them this on their lessons. Like, there are certain students that sometimes they need repetition. Everyone does. It's muscle memory. But there's another
Sure.
that you have to kind of sometimes teach someone in their mind first before you can teach their body.
The body.
Yeah. You ever think about, like, before you go into an event or you go before a speech, sometimes you run through the speech in your head multiple
Get yourself
times.
psyched up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go out there perform. But
Yeah.
you know, so it's recognizing that some people need that same experience, and it's so cool that in our socials we're able to do that. We do it really fast, you know, but we want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to be able to have that experience, because
Fast
that's
but
what starts.
effective.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
fast but effective. And what are the age ranges for the people that are in your classes?
You know, we've had parents come with their kids as young as, you know, 5 or 6.
Okay.
We've had you know, elderly that comes in that's in their 60s and 70s.
Okay.
We've had I mean, my eldest student, you know, years past has been in their 90s.
Wow.
But it's really is physically that you feel that you're comfortable with.
As long as you can move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had students that, you know, if they can only dance for 10 minutes, fine. 10 minutes is great. And 10 minutes is perfect. You know?
Okay.
And then if you need a few moments to be able to get yourself back together, that's totally great. You know, but the fact that you're moving and you're in the space, you're in the energy, you're in the environment, you're in the atmosphere, that's the biggest part.
And what a great form of exercise.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Get the heart pumping.
Oh yes, I have some, I have a few people that enjoy that. They'll come into the lesson or come to the group sessions and they instantly grab the Apple Watch and they're already clicking in to get their steps in.
Oh, to get their steps in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you have a wide range of ages.
Yes.
You're located in different places. How do people find you?
So you can always find me on social media. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can look up on Instagram where it's Ritmo _ya_ Fort Wayne, because that is our home base.
Okay.
And you can also find us on Ritmo Ya on Facebook. Same deal on TikTok.
Okay. Okay, so that's how they find you. Now you also, let's see here, you do past venues. You've been at the Mikado, you said
Yep.
Colombian Delights,
Yes.
and the Club Room at the Clyde.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. So
That's a good space.
Oh yes, it was a beautiful space.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic connection. I was able to connect with a good friend of mine, from Melissa McCann, who does Sunset Music, Melissa's Latin Beat.
Okay.
She connected us with the Club Room to be able to give more opportunities to another market of audience of people to be able to experience dancing. Because sometimes it's one of those things. Not everyone's as courageous enough to try something until someone pushes them in. So
Sure.
And so we had to push them into the deep end of the fun of dancing in a Latin style, and it was great to see how many people was like, I didn't know that you can do this, you know. So we've been doing brunches. We were doing brunches there from 12 to about 3 o'clock.
Very
even there.
nice. So they have brunch and then they dance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah. So the great part about that is when you're at that location, the Crescendo was an amazing staff to help out with a lot of that events. That they would make specialized drinks for that, food, cater people there, but then also get to see the luxury of the Club Room kind of in the earlier hours.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now let's also talk about, besides being a dance instructor, you are a photographer.
Yes.
How did you get into that?
You know, photography, I've been doing it for, you know.
Well, you studied in college.
Yes, I did study in
You
college.
studied in college,
Yes.
so you knew early on you were interested.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it turned into something that was a really fun hobby to okay, you know, maybe I can actually expand this further. And because of my dance connection and what I was doing, so often I had the fun luxury of being able to have so many willing subjects. So a lot of my dancers are going to some of the performance in the competitions that we would go to in Arthur Murray.
Okay.
I have phenomenal dancers that would want to be on the floor. So I was able to capture
Use
some
them
highlighted
as your subjects.
Correct.
Okay.
So it became some of my people started deeming me as like, it seems like you're more of the dance photographer, but I like to do it all. And I like to be able to capture those really highlighted moments.
Okay.
So you'll see if you ever check any of my social media, so
Okay.
rgphotograph.com, or if you go on
Again,
Instagram,
that's rg.com.
photograph.com. Yep.
Okay.
And you can also see on Instagram, you'll see a lot of my dancers in the Arthur Murray World, high-end professional dancers, 9-star champions, but you'll also see
Wow.
those that are local and really awesome, amazing in like the
Wow.
Indianapolis Louis area. You'll see events that we do. Same thing for things that do with Rit Moya, as well as fun family portraits and weddings. So I gave everyone a chance to see everything rather than deeming myself as one person, one capability. I like to be able to show and highlight in everyone's kind of world, and I think that's some of the coolest part that we don't always get a chance to see. Is everyone has this kind of space to be able to grow and expand. In salsa and dance that I've got to learn is that there's so many things that's meshed together. So I get to be able to do that same aspect in my photography, where I get to link so many things together in one spot.
What do you like about photography? What do you like most about photography?
What I love about photography is it's kind of my same love for dance.
Okay.
Is that it helps people to be able to see a perspective in themselves that they have never been able to see before. You know? And I love that because it's a reflective piece.
Yeah.
Right. And when everyone gets to see, there's one that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
You know, there's one that you're not always used to seeing, and then sometimes it takes being able to see that other piece of reflective art that helps people kind of elevate themselves into a different space.
Okay. What do you do when someone doesn't normally like pictures of themselves?
Oh,
How do you get them in the right mind frame?
Oh, that's what I deal with
Most frequently.
That's about 80% of my clientele.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of those is I actually spend more time actually developing or talking or getting the person comfortable. It's a little bit of my teaching method too, where I like to be able to teach the mind to get prepared for things, and I'll give you the best assets that feels great for you.
Okay.
So when I'm taking photos, my biggest thing is, if you're not really big about photos, okay, just talk this out. Just go through the whole scenario. Just find out, what do you feel is most comfortable? What's your most flattering things, or what's your most favorite things to do? Yeah, because if you wanted to be expressive, a lot of times the best photos are going to be the ones that you're not posed doing. But if you're looking to find something that highlights you, just talk about those things that highlights, and then just talk about the things that you deem as flawed. Just change that look, so that way you can actually elevate those moments, and then feel a little bit more confident about when you get the last and final results. And that's always the biggest thing, because I think that's the service part that people lose when they're taking photos, and then recognizing a scenario. You know, so if the photos are supposed to be very charismatic photos, then just make charismatic photos. If they're supposed to be stunning portraits that highlight your beauty, just make sure that we highlight the best parts of your beauty.
Yeah.
You know? If it's supposed to be something that's flourishing and something wild and crazy, just go for wild and crazy. And then when you get those photos, you know what the purpose of it's for.
Yeah. So have you done any photography shows?
I have not done any kind of like local photography shows, but a lot of the events they do, it's kind of showcasing everyone's work in their events. So I have a couple really good friends and photographers that's in the process of working some shows. So you're almost getting to some things that we're working on right now.
Okay, wonderful. What do you do in your free time? It seems like you're a very busy man.
My students and my clientele, a lot of times they say, it's like they ask me that question a lot, and they're like, Rob doesn't sleep. You know? He's up all the time. He's always doing things.
Yeah.
My brain's always going, and so there's not much sleep. But when I do get a chance, I'm going to the gym. I'm keeping myself in a good headspace and fitness, and then after that, I'm always kind of brainstorming the next thing to be able to elevate my stage, to elevate the people around me, and to continue to keep finding a way to connect the community and give back.
And how do you feed your spirit?
I think the biggest way to feed my spirit personally has been be able to connect with my friends and my family.
Okay.
So
friends and family are important to you.
They are
paramount.
They are very paramount.
Yeah. Is your family here?
My main and intermediate family is here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a big thing that after I moved from Minnesota to Virginia to Indiana, that I was coming to be around a lot of my family. So being able to do some of my marketing and media and photography, I get to do that with some of my family that I work with. My other parts of my intermediate family has the phenomenal pizza shop Aroma Pizza.
Okay.
Yes, so it's been in the family business since 1956, turned 65.
Yeah.
So it's here in Fort Wayne, so that's always really nice. And then all my friends my true friends that became my family, I get a chance to see them quite often and see all my honorary nieces and nephews and my god kids that I've acquired this year. So it's really, really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So what do you listen to? What music do you listen to?
So I listen to a lot. So like you said, there's a
You've got
handful.
an eclectic
Yeah.
musical.
Yes.
Okay.
I say that the great thing about the multiple things that I've done, I'm also a DJ here in
Okay.
town. So I DJ with Miller's Mobile Music.
Okay, all right.
And
so
with-
how does one find you if they want to hear you DJ?
If they want to hear me DJ, go find me through Miller's Mobile Music. Talk to Matt, request me. So request
Okay.
Robert Green.
Okay.
And that's one way to be able to kind of get in touch with me.
Okay.
And it's always really exciting because I connect that with all the other things that I do with
Yeah.
photography and also being an instructor. So I get to
Yeah.
listen to so much music. So growing up, it was a lot of hip hop. A lot
Okay.
of R&B, a lot of old school R&B
Okay.
that I would listen to, and then getting into kind of my older years, it went through a phase of like a lot of dubstep, even electronic and house music.
Okay.
And then getting into more of the ballroom and Dancing with the Stars, you get a
Yeah.
lot of more modern, you get
Yeah.
some pop, you're getting some traditional style kind of rhythms and styles of Latin culture, and then being really immersed in what I'm doing right now with Ritmo Ya. It's been a lot more of the Latin culture, but it's a blend of it all. So when everyone's like, "What do you
Okay.
listen to in your playlist?" It's kind of what it feels.
You listen to everything.
Yeah, if I'm waking up in the morning, it's R&Bs, it's lows, it's Temptations, it's it's listening to Aretha Franklin's, it's the smooth R&B, it's the old Ushers, it's the Tevin Campbell, it's the Boyz II Men. If it's more modern, it's Mark Anthony. You'll hear. Here you'll get your Bad Bunny if you want a little bit extra fix to it. So if I'm a little bit of everywhere, so it's really nice because I know so much music and I get to jump around.
And you have to know so much music to be
yeah.
a DJ.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how you keep up.
Oh, I keep up because of my students, and I keep up with the people that's really exciting.
Okay.
Because it excites them, it excites me. So
Okay.
I do my extra research and study it. So if I'm in an older generation demographic, a lot of times they're loving the 80s and the
Yeah.
70s. So I'm
Yeah.
listening to Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and Michael Bublé and a lot of the Rat Pack. I'm listening to anywhere close to, I guess you say, Michael Jackson, if you wanted to go a little bit further.
The 80s.
Yeah, but I'm listening to a lot of the 80s. I got so many Elvis fans, so I listen to a lot of Elvis. I have some
Okay.
Journey fans, so I'm listening to Journey.
Okay.
So I give a little
So
bit of
you
everything.
really tap into what your students are listening to and
Oh, yeah.
who they are,
Oh, yeah.
and you take that in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best way to be able to kind of connect, and that's I think, what I also incorporate in my my dancing Ritmo Ya is that I want everyone to feel comfortable. Is that even if you have no strong background in the Latin style dances, if you don't know a lot of the language that's being said, doesn't mean that you can't connect. And I want everyone to be able to know that a lot of times it starts with the rhythm. And a lot of times, like, I don't know why I really like this song, but it's really great. And I know everyone has their guilty pleasure songs. Like, I don't know why it's really, really great. All right.
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
Guilty pleasure song. Yeah.
And it comes in, it's like, I would have never known that you listened to this, and that's totally okay. So once you figure out what that list is, and everyone's like, wait, why? Because whether it's like, girl, I don't know, it's this song is fantastic. So.
I'm laughing because I was talking to someone not long ago, and I said, I like Doja Cat.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who
Yeah,
she
yes,
is?
of
Okay.
course.
Said I like Doja Cat, but she cusses too much. She just cusses too much, so I gotta limit her. And I like some of Cardi B, but she cusses too much. I gotta limit it. So that's sort of my guilty pleasure.
It's just a little bit, and nothing wrong with it. Just
Yeah.
Doja's good.
Yeah.
Cardi's good. Everyone's
Yeah.
got their things. It's like, I listen to this, but
And
sometimes
it's not all of it, but just some songs really are like, for Cardi, it's her song "Be Careful."
Oh yeah, be careful.
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Doja, it's Street.
Yes.
I love that song.
It's the in those parts of the song, especially those that has the extra profanity.
Yeah.
It's the grit that goes behind it. It's the energy behind it. That sometimes you just don't have anything else to be able to fill in the blank besides that, and that's what really kind of fill in the space. I think I heard it best. It was like an interview, and someone was like, "Try saying that same sentence, same way without it. How did it feel?" And then you said it with it. makes more sense, doesn't
Adds
it?
a little color,
It
a
just
little
adds
splash.
a little extra splash. Sometimes you need that.
A little color, a little bit of splash. Okay, okay. Is there anything that we haven't covered?
You know, I think you covered actually quite a bit of everything that's going on, and I think the biggest thing is with Rit Moya, what's happening. You know, I keep pushing towards energy towards that because I want so many different cultures to come together. We are really big in what we do for salsa and bachata, but something that's really great that we can also do is that we do other styles. We get people immersed in other things like tangos, Argentine tangos, rumbas, merengues.
Sexy.
Yes, cumbia,
Sexy.
kizomba. So we want to be able to immerse multiple areas of the Latin dance.
Okay. All right. Well, you've told us where we can find you,
Yep.
how to get a hold of you. We know that you do the photography as well and that
Yes.
you're a DJ as well. So you're just a busy, busy man.
Yeah, yes.
So thank you so much again for coming into
Oh.
the studio. It was a pure joy.
Oh, thank you for
You
having
are a
me.
lovely guest.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and we'll have you back again.
Can't wait.
Thank you for tuning in, and be blessed.